What's up, Amelia fans? Today I'm thrilled to show you a new game changer, the waiting list for events. Have you ever had an event that sold out faster than you could blink? With this feature, your clients can jump onto a waiting list, making it effortless for you to fill seats as soon as they open up. Now, I know a waiting list for appointments is high on everyone's wish list too. Trust me, we hear you. Appointments come with a lot of moving parts though, especially for those of you on Pro and Elite license plans, with packages and resources to consider. But don't worry, it's on our roadmap and we will get there. My name is Alexander, and let's jump right in and explore what this new feature can do. To start using the waiting list feature, expand Amelia and access its settings. Access Appointments and Events settings. Switch to the Events tab and simply enable the waiting list. Now, Amelia automatically shows that the notification for the waiting list needs to be configured, so you can do that straight away or we can check it out later. We'll just save the waiting list and show you guys how it's configured. Once it's configured, access events and either create a new event or edit an existing one to include a waiting list. For example, we're creating a new event and it will be an event about SEO introduction. Under pricing, we get to configure the maximum allowed spots, deposit payments, custom pricing, and so on. So let's just say this event will have 50 spots. And now we can move to the waiting list. So once 50 spots are filled, the waiting list, once enabled, will accommodate more people. So this capacity is only for the waiting list. Let's say the waiting list has a capacity of 10 additional people. So you can also limit the number of additional people. So if it's set to 0, people will not be able to bring additional people with them when booking within the waiting list. So if you want to allow people to bring someone else, you can of course increase this so it blocks the number of people they can bring with them, or you can simply disable this option so they can bring as many people as they want and place them all on the waiting list. That's about it when it comes to creating an event and enabling the waiting list in it. So if you're adding a custom price, so for example, you have adult prices and children prices, we can set the maximum allowed spots to be 50 again, so it doesn't really matter which category you choose. But when you switch to the waiting list, you will see these offered below. You cannot change anything regarding these, but it just shows you that you configured custom pricing and that you have tickets in this event that will be shown to your customers. So now it's time to check it out on the front end. For this video, we are using the event calendar, and in here we can see our SEO introduction, where we can see what tickets are available. So now if we book an event, we can simply book for 25 adults and 25 children, just to show you guys what it looks like when the maximum capacity of an event is filled and how the waiting list is enabled after this. That's it. Now 50 tickets have been bought, and another customer who visits this page will see that they are only able to access the waiting list. And here we go. As you can see, join waiting list is the option that your customers now have. All the other events around are either closed or show that they have a certain number of spots left, but this one shows join waiting list. So when they click on it, they are able to see the ticket prices and are able to join the waiting list. So again, they can pick a number of tickets here. Let's say one person wants to book for themselves or actually join the waiting list on their own. So now that is it. The customer is now on the waiting list with position set as 1. That means that he's the first one to join the waiting list. You, as an administrator, have the option to choose who you will squeeze into this event. So when you click on Attendees, you can move one of the approved attendees to the waiting list by simply changing this icon right here, or you can move a person from a waiting list to approved. This allows you to exceed the event capacity, as you can see in the warning right here. So you, as an admin, can exceed the capacity, and as you can see, the first customer bought 50 tickets and you approved the booking from the waiting list, overriding the event's capacity. So take care with this, because as administrators, you're able to override the event's capacity. Another example could be for this web design, where we will just enable the waiting list and set the capacity of the waiting list to 5. We will quickly add some attendees to this event just to show you how it looks when people cancel and there are people on the waiting list. And that's about it. This event is now full, and if we check it from the front end, we will join the waiting list. Just as for the previous event, the web design event scheduled for November 19th now has the join waiting list option. If we join the waiting list as a single customer, and then another customer comes in and joins the waiting list, you'll also see that there is one person waiting. So it shows how many people are waiting in front of you. That should be enough for us to perform some testing. Now, let's check this web design attendees, and we'll simply reject this customer. So once this customer is rejected, the number of attendees will drop to 9. Then we can switch to the waiting list, and here is where you, as administrators, have the option to approve anyone from the waiting list. So even though the first customer saw that they are first in line in the waiting list, you as an administrator don't need to honor that. So you can simply click on Jane, change her status to approved, and she will be the one joining the attendees now, while John is still in the waiting list. Now, there's really no way for them to know, unless they are checking the event every 5 minutes, to see if you approved someone before you approved them. So you have a complete freedom of manually approving anyone from the waiting list without honoring their position. They will always be added in an ascending list, so you will know which customer came first if you want to honor the list, but again, you don't have to do that. Now let's check the aforementioned notifications. When you scroll down, you will see the event waiting list default template, which has been generated by Amelia. Once a customer joins the waiting list, this email will be sent to them. There's also a similar email in the employee section, which notifies the employee, which is added as staff or as organizer to the event, that a new attendee has been added to the waiting list. There are no emails notifying the customer that a spot opened up, since you, as an administrator, need to manually approve them. There is no automation at this point, but we will probably work on that in the future. For now, you have the freedom to approve people from the waiting list to join the attendees list. And that is pretty much it. As with all notifications, you have the complete freedom to modify this and apply your business tone to the emails. And you can, of course, simply disable these if you don't want your customers or your employees to receive notifications that a new customer has been added to the waiting list. And there you have it, the new waiting list for events in Amelia. If you're excited as we are about what's coming next, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share this video, and hit the bell icon so you stay in the loop. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Alexander, and I'll see you in the next video.